Hey, what's up, guys? Thanks so much for clicking on the video. So, Arc Raiders, we'll get straight to it. Say you're new to the game, you feel overwhelmed, you don't really know what you're supposed to be doing, or maybe you're somebody that you're watching all these YouTube videos about it, and you don't know if you want to get Arc Raiders. Maybe it looks a little bit too complicated. This video is for you. I just want to simplify things, just give you some of my personal beginner tips to get you going. So, let's get right into it. Number one. Free loadouts equal big money. So if you need coins, right, you go in on a free loadout and loot high value areas, right, that are outlined in red. You don't even necessarily have to do that. Really, just anywhere to get some loot. It could be yellow, could be some loot boxes that you find or weapon boxes that you find out in the environment. Areas that could be a little bit aggressive, but it doesn't have to be super PvP. When you get back, you can sell everything that you picked up, unless it's something that you needed for a quest. You just get all the coins from everything that you sell. The most I've made from one run going in on a free loadout, just kind of getting valuables to sell, or maybe guns that I have a lot of already. I got 51,000 coins off of one free loadout run. Okay, so it's definitely, it's good to just learn the game that way too. Tip 2, search everything, okay? So when you search or you loot, whatever you want to call it, you get XP for doing that. So even if something has been looted, okay, you go up to a box, it's open, you know it's been looted, just search it anyways because you get XP from that, okay? So you'll go into a room and you see like 5 or 6 red lockers open and you're like, okay, this whole area has been looted through. No, just search all of those and you'll get XP for all of that, okay? That's not something that I was doing in the beginning of the game. And I was losing out on a lot of XP, and I saw that, okay, you're getting XP for everything that you loot, so why not just stack this XP up? And in the beginning, in the early levels, it levels you up quite a bit pretty fast. Tip 3, Thunder Buddies for trial wins. You heard that right. So trials unlock at level 15, so maybe it's not, a super beginner tip, but definitely something I wish I knew when starting my trials for the first time. When you're doing the trials, right, it's best to do them with a buddy, okay, to maximize time when you're doing the trial. So, for example, one of the trials we just had last week was to harvest plants, okay? In order to max out the trial, you need over 20 plants. I think it was like 22 or 23 to get all 4,000 points. If you have a buddy with you, you guys can cover more ground, okay, and get this done faster to extract. Remember, too, that progress only counts and gets recorded toward your trial if you extract safely. So if you've maxed it out, maybe you don't want to push your luck because, like I said, 4,000 is the max, but you're like, we're doing good. Maybe we could hit 45 or 5,000. No, I would just recommend, if you've never maxed it, just max it and get out. Because like I said, if you don't extract safely, you lose the progress. And with the buddy with you, say he harvests a plant, you harvest a plant, you get the points. You each get the points for the plants that your buddy harvests, okay? And that was, all the trials aren't harvesting plants. It's just one of the examples I used. Tip 4, go heavy or go home. So always bring a weapon with you that uses heavy ammo, okay? This will make dispatching arc enemies easier. My go-to for heavy ammo is the anvil, okay? It has a decent fire rate and it has 6 rounds before you have to reload. The Pharaoh's good too, I guess, but, because it's something that you get one with like free loadouts and it's something that you can easily craft in the beginning of the game. But it has a much slower fire rate because you have to reload it after each shot. It's just a bolt action rifle. It's good, but that reloading after every time you shoot can get painful if you're getting attacked by like 2 or 3 wasps or 2 wasps, a hornet. It can get a little sketchy. Tip 5, just run faster. So in the skill tree, you'll notice in the mobility section, there's traits for maximizing your stamina. I didn't really realize how much of a difference this made until I played with my buddy who was brand new, and he's like, "Whoa, you're running so much faster than me." Also, another point on this: always bring adrenaline shots with you if you can for quick use, so you can keep that stamina up. If you're overwhelmed by arc, you could just sometimes run away and get into a building for safety while you heal and recharge your shield. So stamina is huge, huge, huge in this game. You want to try to keep that up as much as you can. And like I said, in the skill trees, you'll see where there's different nodes, if you want to call them that, to increase your stamina overall, and then make it so your stamina doesn't go down so much with different things that you do or different animations that happen within the game itself. Tip 6, workbenches over quests. Okay, so this for me was something that I felt overwhelmed when I first got onto Arc Raiders, and I didn't know, okay, am I supposed to be focusing on these things I need to loot for my workbenches? Should I focus on the quests that that it's giving me? In the beginning, I felt like, okay, I'm just going to focus on these quests. Maybe it'll just give me what I need. Wrong. So, like I said, the game can feel very overwhelming at first, and it's hard to choose, okay? So I invested a lot of my early game hours into workbenches after I realized that, okay, I'm picking stuff up out into the world, but I noticed that when you put more time into your workbenches and you can upgrade those, you can just craft the things that you're looking for much, much, much easier. So once you get these to level 3, you can craft higher tier loot to make sure you're set for any of those rat raiders out there, right? For or pesky arc enemies that you can't seem to bring down. So definitely, I would say, me personally, I would focus on just getting all your workbenches to level 3, minus that first workbench. It's only just level 1, but get all the rest of your workbenches to level 3. And you definitely won't regret doing so. Tip 7, free epic loot. Yes, so as you've seen most likely by now, if you've played the game a little bit, the traders have epic loot for sale, okay? Epic loot you'll find from traders includes complex gun parts, Exodus modules, the hull cracker, heavy shield, and a deadline mine. So these items can be bought, and yes, the hull cracker is a whopping 30,000 coins. But as we said earlier, getting coins is not hard in the game. Just do those runs. Like I said, I got 51,000 coins from one free loadout run. And I know you're not going to get that every time. Maybe it could be low on 15 to 20,000, but it adds up if you just keep doing that. The complex gun parts and Exodus modules from Celeste only cost seeds, okay, which can be found everywhere. Not only can you get all these essentially for free, right, because you're just using the seeds that Scrappy gets you, and like I said, you find them everywhere, but they're on a timer, so you can do this again and again and again. I scoop these items up every chance I get. So you buy the hull cracker, say you go in, somebody killed you, knocked you out, you lose the hull cracker. Pay attention to the traders, look at that timer, you have 30,000 coins, just buy another hull cracker. Yeah, that's what I would definitely recommend. And you could stack up on those Exodus modules and the complex gun parts when you get your workbenches to level 3. So you'll have plenty of those when you need to craft higher tier loot. Tip 8, bigger is better. Yes, that's what I said. So in terms of your stash, come on guys. So you'll notice at the top of your stash, it says you can expand it, okay? It will cost you coins. So go out like we talked about and get those coins and upgrade that stash. If you're really desperate for coins and you don't want to go out on another run, say you're close to doing it, but you don't want to go out just to get 5,000 coins, use the abundance of seeds you probably have, because Scrappy's getting you those seeds every chance he gets, and just buy something valuable to sell. So the max stash number is 280. And another thing you may or may not have realized is every time you upgrade your stash, you'll notice your raider room changes every so slightly. It's kind of cool. It makes me think that maybe, they'll take some creative liberties and allow us to edit our raider rooms to make them even cooler. I don't know. We'll see. But yeah, just increase your stash size because, I've seen that it's been called like an inventory management simulator. And, that might not be necessarily true. It can kind of feel like that if your stash is not very big and you're bringing back all these goodies and you don't have anywhere to put them. So, yeah, upgrade your stash as quick as you can. Tip 9, cat got your tongue? So, Arc Raiders is a PvPvE game, okay? Yes, that means you can kill Arc to your heart's content, but also you can kill your fellow raider, okay? This is what makes Arc Raiders so special. Each encounter in the game is unlike any encounter you'd get from an NPC, okay? It makes Arc Raiders, unpredictable and extremely replayable because every raid is not the same. With that being said, a tip for you and your fellow raider would be just to talk. Just talk.
Hey, how you doing?
Yes, you can use the in-game chats or emotes like don't shoot, how you doing, yes, no, things like that. It's really basic, but when you run into another raider, if you intend to be friendly, you want to let them know, okay? Make yourself known. Don't sneak up on somebody and expect them to, not light you up because they very well might do so if you don't say anything. If they're asking you, hey, you friendly, and you don't say anything, they might just shoot you, okay? Kind of talking from experience. Don't shoot first and ask to be friends afterwards, okay? Don't, drain somebody's shield and say, hey, man, you want to be friends? He's probably not going to be too happy about that. So, like I said, every raid is not the same. And that also means every raider is not the same. Okay, so use caution, all right? Tip 10, can't you read? So the loot you will get has a description underneath, okay? And a little picture or icon in the lower left-hand corner. The game does a great job of telling you exactly what items can be used for, okay? So if it says can be sold or has a little gem icon, just go ahead and sell it for coins. Unless you need it, of course, right, for a quest, but it would tell you. If it says it can be used for crafting, it will tell you what you can craft with it, okay? Just read those descriptions. It helps a lot. When you get more experience, you'll learn, what you need to prioritize, okay, and what you can ignore or not worry about too much. This is another example of being important. It's important to focus on those workbenches, right, so you can maximize your crafting potential. Tip 11, it's called a free loadout. So we kind of already went over this a little bit in a way. The game is brilliant in offering a free loadout to you, okay? This is a worry-free way of going topside with little to no risk. If you're doing a quest, use a free loadout within reason. If you're just looting to loot, right, you need some money, use a free loadout. If you want to get some PvP practice, okay, and you don't want to lose a Tempest that you just found, or a Torrente, you're new to it, you don't want to lose that, go in with a free loadout. If you want to try and tackle a Harvester event, use a free loadout, because our odds are you're probably going to die, okay? Now, if you're trying to kill the Queen, don't go in with a free loadout, but, again, these are beginner tips. The point is that a lot of this is subjective, and some people might tell you not to use a free loadout sometimes, and they may very well be correct, but the point is that there's many, many reasons why a free loadout is a good idea if you're trying to do small tasks on the surface or just learn the game, okay? So, like I said, little to no risk with big reward potential when you go in with a free loadout. Tip 12, stay alive. Almost every arc enemy you kill will have an arc power cell on them. They're very easy to come by, and when you see them, pick them up, especially when running free loadouts. Okay, the free loadout is only going to give you one shield recharger, so you'll want to make sure you keep your shield up. Once you've used that, 2 arc power cells with a light shield takes your shield from 0 to 100. Okay, so that's the shield you need. But what about the health, right? So another common thing that you run into is fabric, or things that can be recycled into fabric. Okay, so fabric can also be used to heal a small portion of health if you have no bandages or you're low on bandages. So these 2 items come in clutch when your back is against the wall. You will run into, in the skill tree, an area where you can craft when you're topside, and you'll be able to craft bandages, so that's good. The last thing I'd say, I could put it in as a tip by itself, but when you're new, okay, and you have a lot to track everything. Track your quests, track the loot you need. Why do I say that? Because when you track a quest, or more importantly, what I want to say is when you track items that you need for a workbench, okay? it's going to put an eyeball icon on that loot when you come across it topside. So say you are trying to upgrade your gunsmith bench, right, to level 3. You track the objects. So, I mean, yes, you know what they're called. So when the game's telling you, hey, you need rusted gears, track it anyways. Because then when you open up something and you need those rusted gears, right away, maybe you're not thinking about it, maybe you're running and you just run in and you loot something, you'll see that eye icon on the piece of gear that you're looting, and you'll know, oh, I need that, okay? So track everything. It just makes things seamless, and it makes it easier for you because it pops right up so you know that you need it. So again, these are my beginner tips, or really just to help you get started with Arc Raiders. If you guys like the video, smash that like button. Please consider subscribing to the channel, as I'm close to 1,000 subs. That'd really be exciting to get to. And yeah, again, I just hope this helped you guys out. Maybe if you want to go on a couple raids with me, let me know. I'd love to, teach other players how to play the game. And yeah, so again, guys, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. Happy hunting. Peace.